What is going on, guys? I'm Tubby, and we're talking about the commentating team of Michael Cole, and Jerry the King Lawler. And the reason we're talking about him is because Michael Cole, in the past couple weeks, has kind of changed his tune, so to speak. And what I mean by that is, back a couple months ago, there was a huge debate on whether or not Michael Cole was burying talent, so to speak. He was always, as a heel commentator, putting down the good guys and, raising up the praise of the bad guys. He was a huge Miz fan. Now he's kind of changed his tune where he doesn't really like the Miz. He's kind of getting behind Daniel Bryan. And people are wondering, they hate Michael Cole, but you have to realize back in the day, Jerry the King Lawler was a great heel commentator. And now he's just, he doesn't pay attention. He comes to Monday Night Raw, and that's it. He does his show, leaves, and then he's done for the week. So when you're at a pay-per-view and there's a SmackDown match going on, Jerry the King Lawler doesn't really have any clue as to what is going on. And I've seen that, time and time again on all these wrestling websites, where they'll show, I think it was Elimination Chamber, he made a gaffe talking about the guys and, wasn't really paying attention. So I think a lot of it, the heat that Michael Cole gets is relying on, his broadcast partner. Everybody wants JR, but whether or not JR actually wants to be there is a question that we don't know because he hasn't gave us a definitive answer. And in my opinion, though, just having, JR back isn't going to fix anything because, JR, when he was back for a little bit, he did mess up quite a few of his lines. Even though I love JR and, those will be some of the best times I ever remember from the announcing team, from Jerry the King Lawler and Jim Ross. Things are changing. Things are not the same anymore. And it's sad to see, when you have a legend such as Jerry the King Lawler, he's being, in matches and he's still competing. Michael Cole had a match, and the fact that they put Michael Cole over Jerry the King Lawler was, a little bit disappointing. But I think Michael Cole is starting to change a little bit. And I don't know why necessarily. I don't know if the WWE realizes that he's truly just burying the talent straight out. But he's been praising Daniel Bryan a little bit. And I think Michael Cole is starting to come around. I don't know what he's coming around to or what it's going to lead up to. But overall, I'm kind of excited, And I almost wish, as a fan of, WWE, I would love to see JR come back, guys. I know everybody keeps asking, like, Tubby, what do you think if JR came back? If JR came back, that would be awesome. I would love for JR to come back, but I just don't see it happening because, what are they going to do with Michael Cole? Let's be real here. Michael Cole is a huge part of the show. And even if you don't like him, he's going to be a part of the broadcast team for, quite the near future unless ESPN signs him. But, guys, my name is Tubby Moo. Have a good day. Peace.